Thoughts of the Roundtable, hosted by Paul Laux and Matt Hribar. Here's a riddle for you. You use this every day. You probably have opinions about this, and yet it's something uncouth to talk about in public circles. No, it's not that bottle of booze in the corner. It's the bathroom. This podcast is going to explore bathrooms in Cleveland, what makes good bathroom, and corporate bathrooms. So take a seat, maybe on the toilet, and let's get to work. So when I first wanted to do this project, my first kind of look was at Cleveland bathrooms, but it kind of became a whole little focus on all types of bathrooms. So Paul, my first question that I wanted to ask is, what makes a good bathroom?
Well, I want to be that person and say cleanliness, but you know what really sets bathrooms, honestly, apart from other ones for me? And this is going to sound really stupid. It's going to, especially now thinking about it in my head. But broken tiles all over the place. That is how you know the quality of the bathroom. It really is. Like, you go into like a seedy bar, you kind of expect things to be broken and all smashed up and everything. But you know you're in a good place when the tiling is done well. It sounds stupid, I know. Even coming out of my own mouth, it sounds real stupid, like most things I say. But I'm serious. I'm being totally serious right now.
I would agree with you that tiling has a correlation to how good the bathroom is. Because, and as I'll explain to you later, the favorite bathroom that I came across in the field, as of this recording, had splash tile.
I gotta ask you though, you've obviously come across a few now. How many of them played music in it? Did you keep? Not
that many. I would say more often than not, there was no music, at least in my memory. Paul's question about the music, well, I couldn't really remember which bathrooms had music, but there are plenty of things that make up a good bathroom. Here's some interviews of what people said makes up a good bathroom for them.
Well, first off, it has to smell good. It has to be clean. Like everything has to work properly, like your sink, your soap dispensers, hand dryers, paper towels, whatever. But I think it's most important that it's clean and that it just smells good all the time, no matter what.
I definitely notice if it's clean. If I'm at home or at someone else's bathroom within their home, there definitely has to be baby wipes, ideally. There'd be a bidet. Is that appropriate?
Yeah. Is that like what you use to...
Yeah.
Oh. Learning things every day. So, what makes a good bathroom?
Non-ambiguous signage. I don't know. Definitely cleanliness. So it's as long as there's not shit on the walls, not piss in the seat. Yeah, piss on the seat. Or shit still sitting in the toilet. I'm not picky. As long as there's water running. I mean, I don't like paper towels. Just sitting out. That's so gross.
That's a good point.
Yeah, that's disgusting. That. It's just think of all the shit and piss particles just floating up, and you're just after you wash your hands, it's kind of counterintuitive that you just wipe your hands with a dirty napkin.
I think you just broke the system. What makes a good bathroom?
I love character. Not too clean, but not a dirty dumpster fire. You gotta have a good medium, because you don't want to feel like you're in a posh hotel, but you also don't want to feel like you're a raccoon or something. So something with a little character, some designs on the wall, that makes a good bathroom.
I would say a good public bathroom is a bathroom that's clean, a place that's well lit, and also first, for me personally, I like a bathroom that's kind of secluded, that not many people know about, so it doesn't have a lot of foot traffic.
What's so crazy is I'll take the extra 5 minutes for a bathroom, in the sense of going out of my way. Do you think most people are just I'm gonna go and I'll go to the one that's right here, or that's convenient for me?
I think so. I think most people aren't ashamed of using the restroom. I don't know. I think it stems back to high school when they would take the doors off the stalls. So I think that I have some PTSD from that. So I think that's why I like to seek secluded ones. But I think a lot of people just I gotta go, so here's the most conveniently located one.
So we have an idea of what makes a good bathroom, but what makes a bad bathroom? And the perfect bathroom was right around the corner, literally in my workplace. Our work bathroom, and I talked to a few people on staff about it.
That's a private stall. What's so good about that, man?
Oh, you actually... Oh, please tell me what you think of it.
It's a private stall. There's no better way. It's a private stall, my man.
Yeah, but it smells like piss. It is
bathroom
constant. So out of 0 to 10, how would you rate our company bathroom or your ex-company bathroom?
Well, I would give it a 6 until that one time it blew up on Allie when she was using the toilet. So I'm bumping it up to an 8 because that was just iconic.
Oh my God. Unfortunately, Paul seemed to be the only person who enjoys the work bathroom because everyone else who I asked on and off record were not impressed with our work bathroom.
Basic. So basic. Plain white walls. It kind of makes you feel like you're in jail or a detention center.
And talk about our work bathroom. What's that like?
It's like, it is one of the most awful smells in the whole world. I have been here for 4.5 years, and the smell of that bathroom has never changed. That bathroom has never smelled good, ever. They remodeled the bathrooms, but it didn't make the smell go away. Like, it always smells like diarrhea and cigarettes.
Paul, being Paul, had a very interesting invention that he wanted to throw out there that I would include in this.
We obviously have both worked at radio stations in the past, several radio stations in the past. And one thing that I always thought was interesting was how at all radio stations ever, there's always the radio station playing in the bathroom all the time.
Oh, that's very true.
And one thing I always wanted to invent was a microphone that went into the stall, because you would hear the time running out on the songs, and you knew how long you had to be back. And sometimes you had to run, and if you didn't have time, I wish there was a microphone you could just pull up real quick, pot up, and just talk, and then put it away.
I think in a post-COVID world, that sounds absolutely impossible.
When I was asking for people's help on this project, I got led to The Restrooms of Cleveland, and it's a book by Arabella Proffer, and it was a great resource. Arabella has photos of bathrooms at some places that are certainly the most interesting bathrooms in Cleveland, but if we're gonna go off of what we talked about in terms of what makes a good bathroom, are these good bathrooms? For example, the Grog Shop bathroom is filled with Sharpie signatures and stickers, but it doesn't look like a place where you'd enjoy a solace for your busy time. The Beachland Ballroom, another venue, which has like a hipster equivalent to the punk rock of Grog Shop. It has that same action going on, but it looks a little bit more comforting. But again, is that a good bathroom? But perhaps one of the most infamous Cleveland bathrooms has to be a little dive bar venue called Now That's Class, where the last thing the bathroom has is class. Thrift bathroom equipment is accompanied by a toilet paper that's been chained to the wall. Innovative, artistic, or maybe they just don't trust people when it comes to their toilet paper. There are some really cool innovative bathrooms in Cleveland. For example, Algebra Tea House, located on Murray Hill by Little Italy, has a sink that's decked out with paint. It kind of looks like blood or vomit if you want to be that technical about it, but it's still interesting. And there's a place called Skidmark Garage, a motorcycle shop, which has a toilet on a couple of wooden frames. Talk about feeling like you're on a porcelain throne.
There's a book by Arabella Porter. She actually, and a few people, said the best bathrooms in Cleveland are the ones that are janky. Like the ones that have like a ton of bumper stickers on the walls and Sharpie.
That depends if you're going for the dive bar.
I would never want to poop in that bathroom. I would never want to actually use the bathroom. And like what makes it cool, I guess, is that like it's so like Nessie-ish, or like there's like graffiti on the walls and there's no doors in the stalls and it's just like a pigsty. And I guess like, and I'm assuming you would agree with this, it's just like those kind of bathrooms are just not like good bathrooms to use. Like they might be cool to see or like experience, I guess, in the sense that like I'll wash my hands, but like I don't want to have to use it.
Yeah, I feel the same way. There's where that place, I think Now That's Class, I think that's what it's called. That bathroom is so intimidating because there's like, it's just like that. It's like there's so much graffiti on the walls that it's like, okay, you just want to be like in and out. I don't know, I feel like I want a bathroom that's more like serene and like peaceful.
You know what what sound and what kind of vibe I really like is this. Okay, so you're at a concert like at the House of Blues or something, all right? And you're going to the bathroom, and one of the opening bands is playing, and you can vaguely hear the bass line as you're taking a whiz, just as you're like going to the bathroom, and like you're waiting for you're just getting ready for the headliner. Isn't that a great vibe? It really is.
And I think something like that helps you. Like if there's no pee wall at the urinals, that's a good way for me to zone out and not be pee shy. Is if there's like loud sounds.
And it's
in the
always the
background
bass.
like
It's always you can always hear the bass line, but it's like there's that muffled like. It's great.
Some of the bathrooms that Arabella highlighted are bathrooms that I too have been to and enjoyed. For example, Porco's on West 25th has a really interesting lounge that kind of sits outside of the bathrooms, and there's like art paintings and naked, limbless, headless mannequins. Again, it might be too artistic for some, but for me, it's great. With COVID-19 swirling around like Madonna at a singles mixer for older women and young men, I couldn't really go out and do a ton of field research for this project. So that's why I expanded my research for this project and wanted to look at retail and fast food places.
So I talked to a friend, and she said that the worst corporate bathroom is Target.
But you know who has like the worst bathrooms? They're not just only to Cleveland, but it has to be every Target in the whole world. I have never been to a Target, whether it's in Cleveland or New York or whatever, that is clean and smells good. There's always toilet paper on the floor. There's always water all over the mirrors. It's one of the most awful places. Like, I don't know if they actually clean their bathrooms or not, but I hate having to use a bathroom at a Target.
Oh, I disagree with that. That's probably one of the best.
What do you think? What do you think is the best? Or the worst?
The worst?
Both.
Target's up there for the best. I would say at best. Worst probably has got to be Walmart, man. It's probably Walmart.
Here's the thing. I've been
I take that
working
back.
on my
I take
Target
that back.
focus.
I take that back.
Okay.
Taco Bell. I got stuck in one of those once.
Oh my god.
The door handle came
How do you
off.
get
The
stuck
door
in
handle
that?
just came off the wall.
No.
So I got stuck in there.
So I've been to 2 Targets, and for me, they were both great.
So this is the Mayfield Heights Target bathroom. It doesn't look too bad. It's a lot of white tile on white tile on white tile, which kind of has like the insane asylum look, but it's actually really clean. I really can't fault it for anything. I mean, the sinks kind of look like one of those like 3rd grade like school bathrooms, like. So far so good. There's like a sink that is running and a couple, there's like a little toilet paper, a little paper towel on the floor. It's not too bad. The walls here, the tile is like white with these red diamonds. It's kind of like 80s diner feel. I mean, overall decent, I think.
So I was told to check out the downtown Target or the West 117th
Oh, come on.
Target.
Those are terrible places. That's why.
I just feel like no matter what retailer is in that
There's
area,
not a good
it's
bathroom in the
not gonna be-
tri-state
yeah.
area of that place. So.
Yeah. But I do, as much as I've never, it's been like, I can't even tell you the last time I've been to Walmart, but let alone a Walmart bathroom, but I do think I would agree with you that like, I can remember it being not a great experience.
Yeah.
And I gotta say something too, I went to Lowe's and Home Depot, I went to both their bathrooms, and I was underwhelmed. You'd think for a place that like prided itself on construction and building and like rooms, they'd have really cool bathrooms, but like those bathrooms were really like wah wah.
Who's going to those places to go to the bathroom? Nobody. You getting your light switches, your lumber, and you're leaving.
But wouldn't that be a great like investment piece to be like, oh, look at our bathroom that we've used this piece that you can find in aisle 12 and this piece in aisle 15.
Nah, those hardware stores, man, that's for the rough and tumble. You get your hands dirty there. You don't need no fancy bathrooms. You don't need none of that.
See, but then I went to TJ Maxx, which some might say is the female Lowe's or Home
store?
Depot. But that one again, the bathroom was very like, I feel like missed opportunities,
Yeah, that one might be a missed opportunity if that one's not done well. I mean, you got all the decor right there.
Mm-hmm. It's actually funny. I've been to a few bathrooms that did not have any soap in them.
Oh, those are
and
the
I'm like,
worst.
how do you not? I'm like, it's COVID-19
Well, people
season.
steal
How do
that
you
stuff,
not have
especially
soap?
now. They'll steal the soap. They'll straight up steal it.
Well,
I one time went into it was a janky bar. I don't remember where. Somewhere in Parma, I think. And the soap dispenser with like liquid soap? Someone had just jammed a bar of soap in there. It's just a bar soap in like the liquid soap dispenser.
So there's this list. It's a consumer trend report about the 5 cleanest and the 5 worst fast food bathrooms.
Best one's got to be Chick-fil-A. I'm assuming Chick-fil-A is up there at top, right?
5 is Caribou Coffee, which those left Cleveland forever ago. So 4 is Whataburger, and again, can't
we don't
attest to that. 3 is Potbelly, and actually, I don't think I've
We
ever
don't have
been
any
to a
of these.
Potbelly. I thought we had a Potbelly in downtown, but maybe I'm making that up.
Maybe, I don't know.
2 is Chick-fil-A, which
I knew it.
I think like that kind of speaks for itself, because like you can't be the place that says "my pleasure" to every customer and then keep the bathroom.
They have the
dirty.
Lord on
I
their
just feel
side,
like
man. I mean, seriously, they'll be fine.
the power of Christ compels this bathroom. Number 1, Culver's.
You know what? I was gonna throw out Culver's. I really was.
Were you? I've never been inside a Culver's bathroom. Have you?
No, I've never even been to Culver's. They just built one around us though, but I want to go. It looks really nice.
I've been one time and it was insanely good. So
I gotta try.
Okay, do you want to take a guess for any of the worst?
Worst has got to be Taco Bell. Come on. There's no way around it, right? Am I close?
So at number 5, Jack in the Box, which I've never been to.
Oh god,
one.
Jack in the Box is the worst. Oh,
But
God,
I
it's
feel
the
like
worst.
that's probably a bad time. 4 is McDonald's.
It makes sense.
Well, I feel like they've done a good job recently, because I feel like back in the day, it used to be like a jailhouse bathroom, but now with the remodels, it's kind of like it's not
Hey,
too
I
bad.
used to work at McDonald's and I used to have to clean the bathrooms. I know what was in there.
Well, I mean, I feel like people, if you go to McDonald's and get like, the 2 Big Macs for like $5 or whatever,
I gotta say this though. So I clean the bathrooms, both male and female bathrums. The worst was the female bathrooms by a million times.
Oh, I can totally believe
million times worse. Oh, so bad.
I don't even want to. Oh God, I'm like having flashbacks. 3 is Little Caesars, which is funny.
I didn't even know they
I
had
didn't think
bathrooms.
Little Caesars had a bathroom. So it literally must be like
They
5
don't. It's
Little
just a
Caesars
bucket
that
in the
have
corner.
bathrooms that.
Like, here you go.
It's just like the outside, just go around the corner, around the back. 2 is, I kind of expected this, Popeyes.
Okay. Yeah, I get that.
I can totally, because listen, if you have the same people that wear, listen, I've been to Popeyes twice, so I really can't attest. I feel like Popeyes employees do not care.
What is the criteria
good
for this,
way.
by the way?
This is just consumer trends,
Okay.
consumer reports. I just feel like Popeyes employees, in a positive way, do not care, because why should you? You're being paid $8 an hour. You shouldn't care. But I can totally see that translating to the bathroom being like the same. Like, we don't care about the chicken, we don't care about the biscuits, and we don't care about the bathroom. That's just, I see it.
I gotta say this. This is probably not number 1, but I'm gonna make this my guess anyway. And you will probably agree that it is probably the worst of all. Waffle House.
I don't think I've ever been to a Waffle House bathroom, and if it was, I feel like it was cramped. It was like a small bathroom.
Speaking of Waffle House, I gotta bring the side story on this just real quick. And I just saw this today. Apparently, on the Waffle House application for like a job there, one of the questions I only saw this on Twitter, and someone had screenshotted it, so who knows if it's photoshopped or not. But allegedly, on the application for a Waffle House job, they ask, "Can you fight?
Can you fight?
Can you fight?"
Wow, that really is a little bad. Like, cause there's always like fights and like, remember that one guy 2 years ago who like stopped a shooter at a Waffle House?
Have you ever heard of the Waffle House Index?
No.
The Waffle House Index is, the Waffle House Index is you base a natural disaster on how many Waffle Houses closed in a certain area. So say there's 10 Waffle Houses in a certain area, okay, and say a hurricane comes through and 2 of them close. The Waffle House Index is 2, which means it's not that bad, because Waffle Houses notoriously never close for anything, anything. And so
Interesting.
That's the Waffle House Index. The percentage of Waffle Houses that close in a certain area after a natural disaster.
Can you just imagine someone's like, we got really hit by that storm the other day, and they were like, well, all Waffle Houses were still open, so must not have been that bad.
I have seen them flooded with like 2 feet of water, and they're like, they're still good. They're still cooking.
Wow. Well, are you ready for the
Yeah,
worst?
what's the worst?
I gotta tell you, I didn't think they had a bathroom either. Sonic.
I thought, weren't they like that drive-through thing?
They're the stop. You stop and like order in the machine, and they bring it out to you.
That's a loaded question. I didn't even know they had one.
So I didn't know they had one. So I guess if they have one, it must be pretty bad.
See,
I assume.
I would never have guessed that anyway, because I wouldn't have.
Because the employees are so busy running the food, they
Yeah.
don't really have time to check on the toilet. I will say one thing I got to debunk: the bathrooms at the Cleveland Justice Center are apparently the biggest crime happening in that building.
Would not recommend, one of those bathrooms where you just, do it at all costs and not use your hands and then get out of there and maybe hold your breath, but would not recommend those bathrooms at all.
Perfect.
Okay, so we finally kind of get to the point of this whole piece. What are people's favorite bathrooms in Cleveland, and why?
So I would say if you would talk to me a week ago, I definitely would have said Butcher and the Brewer. I just love the aesthetic, and it's so clean, and I love how it's right. You walk out and it's like right there's the men's room as well, so you all just feel like you're one big happy family, and also it's very clean. But yesterday I actually went to Voodoo Brewery, and with COVID and everything, it was just the cleanest bathroom I've ever been. I thought maybe I could eat off the floors.
And where is Voodoo Brewery, by the way?
It's in Cleveland Heights in Cedar Lee area.
Okay. I'm gonna check it out.
I don't know if it's the men's or women's.
Oh, and to mention Voodoo, it was like a personal style bathroom, so it was like you have your own like bathroom palace.
And we also talked about, and it's kind of probably impossible for me to see, but because of COVID, but the Cleveland Clinic bathrooms, you said that they're like really nice in there too.
Yeah, there's a lot of bathrooms. I am interested to know really how many bathrooms the Cleveland Clinic has, because there's a lot of bathrooms.
Do you have a favorite bathroom in Cleveland that you frequently used?
I was about to say my parents' house.
Well, what makes your parents' house the best bathroom in Cleveland?
I don't know. It's just like the one I've always used, like growing up. It's home.
Oh, it's a nostalgia.
It's home. Yeah.
And what's your favorite? Do you have any favorite bathrooms in Cleveland?
I told you about the one, but I can't remember what it is.
Okay, if you give me some detail, I will try and find it.
I think it's Mahal's.
Okay.
Because it's like very retro chic. The whole entire bathroom has like this mural painted on it in black and white. Perfect for Instagrams, because what a better place to take an Instagram picture than on the shitter, you know what I'm saying?
So, and the grog shop bathroom is also like a really interesting place to go to the bathroom, but it's not my favorite place. It's cool to take pictures, but definitely not to use the facilities.
Of course, I had to ask Paul his 2 cents before I shared my favorite that I discovered. Well, do you have a favorite bathroom in Cleveland?
In Cleveland, there's a couple that I was kind of fuzzy, if you know what I mean. But on a couple, but let me think here. Honestly, the ones at Progressive Field aren't that bad. They're really not that bad. Same with the Q. The arena bathrooms downtown really aren't that bad. They're pretty nice. The tiling's good, like I said. They're huge. Yeah, I think I'm gonna actually go with those.
I feel like the benefit of having, because it's funny that you said that I was just at Cedar Point and I felt pretty confident about those bathrooms.
Those ones
too.
are gross, dude.
The only
Oh my
complaint
God.
I would say about the Cedar Point bathroom, honestly, there's no stalls between the urinals, and I am very pro stall between the urinals.
You mean like the
I'm
wall?
Very pro.
That little wall?
Yeah, like the little privacy wall. I hate when like all the urinals are just out there. It just makes me a little like I'm a little pee shy.
That's when you use the buffer. You just look forward and use the buffer.
But do you think, I think a benefit of having, Progressive Field, Q Arena, or Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse, my apologies, is, they have 2 events a week. So they basically need to make sure that like they clean it right before those 2 events. They don't really have to worry about it until the event's about to begin. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, I think there's lots of room to stretch out there too, which is nice. Can I give me my worst one?
Absolutely.
It's that bar arcade over in Lakewood. I forgot what it was called. 16-bit.
16-bit?
That is the worst one.
Oh my God.
That is the absolute
What
worst.
happened?
It's just terrible. Everything, like the door's broken. Sometimes there's not even a door. The sink's shitty. It's just gross. Everything's in there is gross. I've seen fights in there, like in the bathroom. I've seen people just walk in and it's just terrible. It's a terrible place.
All right, well, let me tell you. So my favorite bathroom that I came across doing this research. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
And then you said you had a few ideas of where I could find really good bathrooms in Cleveland. So if you could just tell me.
Yeah, so at Crocker Park in Westlake, there is one bathroom that like I always go to. I've been going to this bathroom like for years since I started going to Crocker Park, but it's right by the Crocker Road garage. So like when you get out the garage, you go down Center Street, and the bathroom is like right there by the exit of the parking garage. And I don't know, for some reason, like I feel like it's kind of an invisible spot, but maybe not, because it's like not in the middle of Crocker Park. But no one is ever in that bathroom, and the bathroom is like so clean. Like I've changed in that bathroom before. It's a great bathroom.
And you said you've been going there for years.
Yeah.
And there's been no increase in like people finding it. And why do you think that is? Is it just like well hidden, or are people using like the store bathrooms instead?
I have no idea. I don't know. I think a lot of people park on the streets of Crocker Park. Maybe that might make a difference. They don't really utilize the parking garages that much. And then I think sometimes the people who go to Crocker Park are just kind of like an in and out kind of thing.
So I'm visiting the bathroom that James told me about, and it's amazing. I mean, there's a whole body mirror, there's a baby changing station, there's like tile, like both like the cube tile and like the rectangular tile. There's 3 stalls with like those wooden thatch, like tropical establishment doors. I mean, it's a little, like there's a couple paper towels on the floor, but like, I think that's just to be expected. And like a nice, beautiful granite sink countertop. But what was really cool was like, it was like this hallway. So like this bathroom doesn't look like a bathroom almost from the outside. Like you kind of pass it, it's easy to miss. And it kind of looks like it's gonna be a grody bathroom. But then you walk in through this hallway and you kind of get back here and it's like a cavern. It's kind of incredible. I really enjoy it. It's not like hidden, but it's something that like I feel like you could easily walk by and not realize there's a bathroom there.
Where is it?
It's like part of the parking garage, and you know, you walk by it, and I don't think you realize it's the bathroom.
Because I've
like,
been
there's
to
a
that
sign,
parking garage a lot, and I never know. I'm trying to think of where it is.
There's a sign. Yeah, there's a sign. You know, men, women, and what I liked about it was, it felt like it was accessible, but people weren't using it as much. And I went in, and it's this long tunnel. Like it's like I love that long privacy tunnel. And it kind of was like a hotel bathroom, like very fancy. It had like the wooden thatch doors, splash tile. It was a little messy, but I am assuming that it just, you know, I caught it at a bad time.
Yeah.
So I kind of gave it the benefit of the doubt. But like, I just feel like now every time I go to Crocker Park, that's going to be my new
bathroom. I'm going to have to look out for this. I really am. Truth be told, there are too many bathrooms to see. I'm thinking post-COVID-19 I'll have to get out there and see some more bathrooms, so maybe expect that follow-up in 2025. Oh Crap, Cleveland Local and Corporate Bathrooms was produced and hosted by Matt Hribar as part of the Thoughts of the Roundtable with Paul Laux and Matt Hribar. Interviews included James Hines, Monica Granata, Alanna Crummie, Chloe Alteri, Morgan Wright, and more. For more information, check us out on Instagram and Twitter. I'm up at Hribar, Hribbstar.